You know those people who just seem to click with everyone? They walk into a room and it's like magic. They connect instantly, leaving a trail of amazing conversations in their wake. Well, today, we're going to pull back the curtain and dive in to exactly how they do it using the brilliant techniques from Leil Lowndes' book, How to Talk to Anyone. You know, Lowndes frames her whole philosophy around this one powerful idea. Think about it. Are you a here I am person, or the focus is all on you? Or are you an, there you are person, someone who makes other people feel seen and important? That one little shift in perspective, it's the foundation for everything we're about to get into. So how do you actually become that person, the one everyone wants to talk to? Well, it's not magic, not at all. It's a set of skills. And the first step is understanding what the winners are doing differently. Which brings us to our first section, the secrets of winners. Let's dig in. It's so easy to assume that successful people are just smarter, or they went to better schools, right? But Lowndes says, nope, that's not it. The real secret weapon, the thing that sets them apart, is simply a more skillful way of dealing with other people. And there's data to prove it. This number from the Carnegie Institute of Technology is just staggering. 85% of your financial success is due to your skills in what they call human engineering. Your communication, your leadership, your technical know-how, that only accounts for 15%. Just let that sink in for a second. Okay, section 2, mastering first impressions. So where do you start? You start in the first few seconds. Because people are making up their minds about you before you even say a word. Here's how to make sure that first impression is a great one. First up is a technique called the flooding smile. Now, this isn't that quick, automatic grin you give everyone. This is a smile you actually hold back for a split second. You let it slowly flood over your face. That tiny delay is what makes it feel personal, genuine, and like it's meant just for them. So here's the play-by-play. When you make eye contact, don't smile right away. Just pause. Look at them for a second, really take them in. Then let that big, warm smile spread across your face. It's that tiny beat of hesitation that makes all the difference. Next up, sticky eyes. This is all about making really powerful eye contact. I want you to imagine your eyes are glued to the other person's with warm, sticky taffy. And here's the key. Don't break contact the second they stop talking. Just linger for a moment longer. It sends a message of deep respect and interest. And believe me, this stuff works. Lowndes tells this great story about a salesman named Sammy. He calls her up just a week after learning this technique, totally ecstatic, and says, "Sticky eyes has changed my life." He'd made more sales in that 1 week than he had in the entire previous month. Okay, now for your posture. Forget your mom telling you to stand up straight. Try this visualization instead. Hang by your teeth. It sounds weird, I know, but picture this. Every time you walk through a doorway, you imagine biting down on a leather bit that pulls your whole body perfectly upright. Head high, shoulders back. Instantly, you have the posture of a winner. Okay, section 3, igniting great conversation. You've nailed the nonverbals. Now it's time to actually talk. This whole section is about getting past that awful, dreaded small talk and sparking conversations that are actually interesting. So rule number 1, never give a one-word, naked answer. Just look at this comparison. Someone asks where you're from. I'm from Columbus. Conversation over. Dead end. But what if you said, I'm from Washington, D.C., where there were 7 women to every man when I was growing up? See? You've just given them a hook. A dozen different ways to keep that conversation going. This next one is for all of us who want to be better listeners. I want you to be a word detective. When you're talking with someone, just listen for any word they use that seems a little different, a little emphasized. That's your clue. That's the topic they're subconsciously dying to talk about. And here's a perfect example. A nurse was having a tough time connecting with a very quiet patient. Then the patient just randomly mentioned the rain was good for the plants. The nurse, being a great word detective, picked up on plants. She asked about them, and boom, it unlocked this hidden passion. The woman lit up, and they had a fantastic conversation. All right, now for a technique that is so simple, it feels like cheating. It's called parroting. To keep someone talking and show you're hanging on their every word, all you have to do is repeat the last few words they said, but turn it into a question. It is unbelievably effective. It's just so easy, right? But what it does is it keeps the conversational ball in their court. It tells them, I'm listening and I want to hear more. And you don't even have to think of what to say next. It's like a secret conversational superpower. All right, so you've made a great first impression. You've had a fantastic chat. How do you make sure they remember you? Let's move on to our final section, leaving a lasting mark. This is how you stay in someone's mind long after you've said goodbye. I absolutely love this one. It's called carrier pigeon kudos. The idea is so simple. Anytime you hear someone say something nice about another person who isn't there, you become the messenger. You make it your mission to go find that person later and deliver the good news. And here's the beautiful part. The person who gets the compliment gets a double hit of positive feelings. They feel great because of what was said, of course, but they also feel great about you for being so thoughtful and kind to pass it along. You literally become linked with that good feeling. And when you're giving praise directly, remember, timing is everything. The second someone finishes a big accomplishment, a presentation, a project, even telling a great joke, hit them with an immediate knee-jerk wow. Don't wait. That moment right after they finish is when they're most vulnerable, and that's when your praise will have the biggest impact. And this really brings us to the most important points of all. These aren't just clever tricks to fool people. Any small action you repeat becomes a habit. And over time, your habits are what build your character. And ultimately, your character is what shapes your destiny. So that really leaves us with just one final thought. The goal here isn't to become some kind of communication expert overnight. It's just about picking one small thing and practicing it. Will it be the flooding smile, sticky eyes, maybe parroting? Looking at all these incredible tools, the only real question left is, which new habit are you going to start today?